honestly, and I was a lethal striker back in the day.
Yeah.
I was a ask about the Cougars Times or something. Pause. Hopefully no one cancels me for that podcast. Like, since he's literally the greatest football player.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hear that. Like her numbers speak for themselves.
We finished top of the.
We're the best team in CONCACAF. Yeah. Don't even stutter that.
Facts, bro.
Say
with your chest, bro.
So you know what I mean? Like
we're those guys and girls. Golden. Overseas, it's called a Derby. It's not called a Derby.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? But if you were like when I was like kind of fiddling around with the name with the E, I would show it to people and they'd be like a derby, like with the races or whatever, like the horse derbies and what. I'm like, nah, it's a derby. Like, yeah, you know, if I speak, but I've already spoken, you know. The team's gonna be messing me when this comes out. Yo, you told everything. When I tell you, I did not, it was my favorite moment, but I had no fun in those moments because I was just cold.
What's good, Footy Culture fam? My name is Matthews, aka Matt, aka Matozinho, and today, boys, we got a special guest in the building for y'all.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, once again, I'm joined today by Dan.
How's it going, guys? Back in the chopping block over here. Making
Yes.
sure everything nice and clean for you all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next thing we got Dave.
You know what it is, Brasileiro for today.
Yeah, eh? And last but not least, special guest in the building, man like Tagwa, aka Shuttersworth.
Yes, sir.
You already know, bro.
Darby man himself.
Darby man himself, Mr. Canada shooter himself, in the building, bro.
Thanks for coming by, brother.
I had to, fam. I'm home.
Finally, man. Fuck, bro.
We've been trying to make this happen, so
100%,
I'm glad we finally schedules aligned, fam.
For sure, bro.
Yeah. You grew up in Toronto?
I grew up just outside of Toronto. I'm not going fake for the gram. For anyone out there. I'm not trying to be like, yeah.
What, GTA?
Yeah, Keswick, Ontario. Keswick stand up, you know the vibes.
Jeez, that's from Keswick.
Yeah,
huh?
I'm from Keswick, bro, and I'm
Damn,
proud
bro.
of it. Not really, but like, that's where I'm from. But yeah, from Keswick, born and raised, born in London, Ontario.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh, shit.
that's
Nice.
me. But yeah, now I'm everywhere.
Yeah, you're global. You're worldwide now.
Yeah,
We're
but
worldwide over here.
let's get right into it. We want to hear your come up, how you got into footy, how you got into photography. We'll go from there, bro.
Yeah, really, I've always been playing like just football wise. I've always played. That was like the first sport I played.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Zimbabwean.
Nice.
So like any African, that's the first sport you're introduced
sure,
to is
bro.
football, is soccer.
Easy to play.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
You don't have to
So
buy equipment.
exactly, all you need is boots. All you need is a
ball,
ball, and
Boots and
that's
a
really
ball, bro.
all. Like
Facts, bro.
cardboard for the shin pass,
There
and
you
you know
go,
you're
bro.
good.
That's it.
Anything's a net at that point.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Honestly, and I was a lethal striker back in the day.
Yeah.
I was ask about me. Ask
we
about
gotta
me.
make another video, a footy video.
Ask about me, bro. I need to. If I'm out here next time, you guys have a training session now.
There we
Say
go.
I'll
less,
show
bro.
you, but
Say less.
yeah. So like football was the first sport I played, and like I played it like all throughout my life at like a decent level. But like I just had a terrible coach when I was in like the years that
ages of
really
where-
mattered.
Yeah.
And I just kind of stopped caring. I got a few offers,
Oh,
but
yeah.
and then I ended up going to Ryerson
Okay.
for journalism, and kind of realized I hate writing. Realized like
Who likes it?
I realized I hated writing. Didn't really like the traditional journalism.
Yeah.
I was at my student newspaper at the time actually, and like I was just there for the vibes because every Monday night after we put together the magazine, we would go out and we just have fun.
Yeah.
So that was like my favorite part. But it was
Everyone's
like
favorite part.
they were like, "Yo, your photos are kind of good. You should keep going with this." And like in high school, I got my first camera from I did like a co-op.
Okay.
And one of my teachers who passed away, but shout out to Mr. Hickey, like he was like,
Hey,
yo,
shout out.
he knows I like sports. He's like, try doing this. So I did a magazine actually
Okay.
in high school.
What was
but
that
I
called?
hated it was just called the Keswick, the Cougars Times or something. Pause. Hopefully no one cancels me for that pause. But yeah, it was. I did that, and then, but I love the photo portion of that still.
Is that
But, like,
so? Like back then, you're like knew like, hey, like I
I
kind
didn't
of
really
liked
know,
it, but you liked it a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It was just,
was
yeah, it
kind
was just
of-
cool because
yeah.
like you could tell the story without having to not
write
really
anything,
do
right?
yeah, but it was instant gratification. So then I went to journalism school, and I just started, like I was saying, with the student newspaper, just really diving into like all the sports photography. So I was shooting like Ryerson Rams, soccer,
Oh,
basketball, everything. And this was at the time when it was like they were at their peak too, where like they were going to nationals and they were doing all of this stuff, and that kind of got my feet wet with getting into photography and soccer, football photography. And then in my third year, my homie Mitch Tierney, who I never will let him not get his credit. He was at Waking the Red. Also shout out to them. And I was begging him. I was like, bro, get me a pass, let me shoot.
Yeah.
Finally, I got a pass. And I got to shoot like 1 or 2 games in 2016. And then I got a full season's pass 2017, and it's kind of been
Since then, like,
I've been blessed, so that's kind of the story on kind of me and shooting football and
How you kind of got into it.
how I got into it. Yeah. And now I'm just trying to stay into it.
Sure,
having
bro,
fun
for
with
sure.
it.
Like, what really, like, like, obviously you grew up playing football. Obviously, like, that's what your, like, desire was. Did you ever, like, try, like, looking at other sports, or, like, did you just focus on only
Yeah,
footy?
what made you focus on football?
Yeah, no, I
Surroundings, maybe your father, or like
yeah, definitely it was
around
my
you?
dad, and I can't even lie. It's not like I know y'all guys are footy heads, and you
Yeah.
can think of like I really like basketball was my first love. It's like I knew pretty early that I wasn't gonna, because I was 5'6" at it, like when I was so I was like,
No
it's not a
chance.
thing, but like ball still was like life for the longest time, and it wasn't
Yeah.
until the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. I'm from Zimbabwe. South
Yeah.
Africa's right beside. That I was like, yo, this is actually a vibe, and it was
Yeah,
my
bro.
culture. It was like
Yeah.
The
everything,
vuvuzelas,
the
bro.
vuvuzela. Yeah, and
The
I was talking.
dancing,
I got to
everything.
talk to my dad about it,
Yeah.
and it was just like, and Ronaldo was popping off too at that time too with Manchester United. We'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of what popped it off. So it's like hasn't always been football. I can't even lie. I'm not one of those people who like from the jump. I remember like AK from Darby. He's a football head. AK
Yeah.
and Jisoo, Keswick.
Gotta get those guys
Mitch,
in here
they're-
too next time.
They're like they live and breathe, and sometimes I'm just like, fam, I don't know, but like I know more about MLS than them, so I can do that nowadays. But yeah, that's kind of, I think it was like the 2010.
That was a good World Cup to start it off.
Yeah, that was my 20.
That was really good. That was a good
my World
inauguration.
Cup.
As you're like, never mind, I won't say it.
I know what you're trying to say. I know what you're trying to
Took
say.
it. Yeah, that was that. But that was it. And then since then, it was just like, figuring out what my team was, Everton, and all that. So
What drew you to Everton?
Yeah.
What was your like?
Was
You
there
know,
a player?
That's
Had to be a
interesting.
player.
no.
Who was it
So
then?
my dad again.
Shout out
He's got it.
Pops.
No, not for this one. Not for this one. So growing up, me and my dad, I don't know why, but even to this day, we still like if we're watching like a random soccer game, random basketball, random anything. He picks one team, I pick the other.
Ah,
Rivals,
so there's a
rivals,
battle.
yeah.
Trying to get that rivalry going,
And so I initially actually in like 2008, I remember I was like, yo, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's the GOAT, blah, blah, I'm a Man United fan.
Yeah.
My older cousin's like, that's my team. I'm a Manchester United fan.
Nah.
Pick something else. So I'm like a youth.
Don't piggyback me.
Yeah, I'm like a youth. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
guess.
He's like 7 years older too, so
Yeah.
we're his bond at that point. So I'm like, oh, I guess I can't. So go to I'm like, oh, my dad's team is Liverpool. Google Liverpool's rival.
Everton, there you go.
Yeah, and I stuck with that. And at the time, they had Tim Howard.
Ooh.
So he was like he was black, he was American. It was like, okay, I can vibe
Balling
with this.
back.
Yeah.
Lukaku was also kind of coming.
They had a
up,
decent
too.
side then too.
Bro,
Yeah,
Lukaku was nice at Everton, bro.
Yeah, so that was that was it. But yeah, no, it's been
So that explains the
a
kit,
roller
right?
coaster. Yeah,
The
I had to
92.
come
It's a nice
correct. I
kit
had to
still,
come
bro.
correct. Thank you, fam. Thank you, fam. Liverpool is blue, but Everton, we had the nicest red kits.
There you go.
You know the vibes.
But yeah, you were talking about Jason and Ak before. How did you get into contact with them? How did you link up and start
Yeah,
things
no,
with them?
the whole Darby family has just been like a snowball effect. The first one was Ryan, who actually who he does any visuals like our logo,
Yeah.
the design of the magazine, most of the all the merch design. All Ryan. I literally DM'd him. I was like, bro, I need a little bit of help with the logo. And that was 2018, and here we are. And then AK, I think we met at a Beaconsfield pickup run. I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah?
you guys know Beaconsfield Academy. They're another they just do pickups every Saturday or Sunday
Okay.
in Toronto.
Pretty sick.
And we just met through our homie Q, who brought both of us out there, and then found out that we both like footy. Told AK I had this publication that I'm trying to grow, and yeah, from there And then Jisoo we brought on, aka the soccer program. We brought on, I forget, recently, like a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
But again, just similar thing where like I was vibing with the energy that he was giving off on social media, similar to like y'all, where it's just like, oh snap, okay, like he gets it, you know? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
He loves the game, he loves storytelling, and it's not for the clout, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing.
It's for the
like,
love, bro.
It's for like literally the love, and obviously like I haven't been into football like as long as y'all, but it's like I still like I could care less about you know, like the clouts and it being cool, more so like. When Everton escaped relegation, bro, this year, I literally cried. You know, like that's not.
That's what matters. Honestly, end of the day,
know?
like you can say like people love the cloud and stuff, but if you're like passionate about it, like you can like something like a year old. Like maybe I was a soccer fan last year, but I felt like enjoy watching it. I'm a huge fan of it. I don't care if you're fresh. I don't care if you're new at it, but like as long as you show the passion for it, don't just be like a fake or a phony of like like a sport fan, but like. As long as you show the passion, you love doing it, you love watching it, and you love experiencing it with like your boys, and like all your boys love it too. Same thing for us. Like we grew up watching and playing.
Boys and girls, shout out to Ketsia.
For sure.
I'm joking.
Again,
I mean, still shout out to Ketsia.
for sure. No, but it's true. Like even for Canada, like the sport is growing everywhere. Like even you do see like younger girls now playing it more than they did before.
Yo, Golden,
Yeah.
our women. I
nice,
feel like
bro.
they don't get enough respect for literally
They've been-
putting on
like,
for Canada.
they've been nice too,
They've
bro.
been carrying Canadian soccer for how long?
Exactly, like
And like respect to you guys too, because you guys cover a lot of that stuff too. And like we definitely want to get more into our touches with the women's football, but it definitely is where we need to kind of like find the root of it. What's the problem? Like how do we grow that from like the bottom up? You know what I mean?
we need that league. We need that league. We
Facts,
need that.
bro.
But no, it's all like baby steps and everything. And yeah, no, we just that's what with Darby. We try and cover everything equally. And champion the women just as much as we champion the men because they deserve it more than anything
Facts,
the men
bro.
are doing.
They've been winning
the
it
way.
for a while, right? So they've been winning it first, and
Like since he's literally the greatest football player.
yeah.
Like I don't want to hear that like her numbers speak for themselves.
Exactly.
Look at
Bro, the amount of
Look at-
goals she
look at-
has, bro.
Look at her goal
Crazy.
on her most recent goal against Trinidad and Tobago, fam. She kickstarted it. She's like 40, bro.
Right?
And like she's moving like that. Like
Yeah.
people literally like it's
Still got it,
ridiculous
man.
that like ESPN did an article the other day about like the top 35 or 40 female women players, and Christine Sinclair wasn't in that top 10.
Nah, you're playing.
Yeah, Ashley Lawrence wasn't in that. Kadisha Buchanan wasn't in that.
Disrespect,
Jessie
bro.
Fleming wasn't in that.
Disrespect.
Who are like they're on Chelsea, they're on PSG, they're on
Playing for big clubs, bro.
like so
That's
that's
crazy,
why
man.
like one thing we really want to equally big both the men because they're doing what they're doing is they're taking things to the next level, but the women have been doing
They've been doing it, bro.
Paved the way, and now the men's Canadian soccer team are kind of like elevating it to a different level.
they're bringing the levels.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been at that level if we didn't have that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Women.
Yeah, fam.
But speaking about Darby, like, how did you guys like? Was it your idea more than anything?
Yeah.
To make that
Yeah.
magazine?
How did that
And then-
start up, bro?
Yeah.
Tell us how kind of that started up. What's the goal of that? What's your like mission? What is your desire, and what do you see in the future for it? Type of thing.
Yeah, no, Darby started. I was in 4th year university, and I was literally second semester was just beginning, and I'm like, yo, what am I gonna do when I graduate?
For real, bro.
Like it's 2017. I'm like, what am I going to do? So I was like, let me do something with football because like I was like shooting at everything, and I originally Darby was supposed to be like a soccer store.
Oh, word?
Because I was like, yo, there's no actual like what stores are in Toronto aside from S'il vous plaît, and obviously there's like the mom and pop shops.
Yeah,
that
there's
are
like some
elite
smaller
and,
ones
like,
around here.
but it's like but it's expensive to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm talking to my parents. They're like, why don't you try and do this? Because it's like with the publication, it goes with what I was in school for.
Mhm.
So, and also like I was at that time starting to work with brands like Copa 90, Soccer Bible. But the
We'll get
thing,
into that afterwards.
yeah, but the thing with those guys is they didn't care, and not really rightfully so. I used to say rightfully so, but it really isn't. They didn't care unless it was like Fonzie or Sinclair, and it's like there's so many stories within Canada to be told. There's so many communities, exactly, to be told that like I was like, nah, like Darby is something that's needed, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Still don't know how we're doing it.
Yeah.
But it's like it needed to happen, and again, just kind of building the team, building the people around me with like the same passion and like love for like the game, but
drive,
not just the game storytelling.
100%.
Because that's our most important thing. It's like community and storytelling, and that's why you guys are lit because like you guys are a community. You have your community, and you guys you love the game. So it's
bro.
like so that's kind of how Darby started, and just kind of trying to tell these stories of it's cool to hear about Fonzie, but everyone knows his story.
Exactly.
But no one knows about Sam Adekugbe or even his brother Elijah. No one knows about exactly. Like no one knows Beaconfield. No one knows ringleaders out in Montreal who have been doing like they have the craziest community of like just ballers who are now like they're in their 40s, but like they've been doing stuff since they were our age, man. And like it's like no one knows that Canada has that culture. Like I would go to LA, I would go to New York, I would go to these places, and it would only be Fonzie or it would only be Sinclair.
Yeah.
But it's like now we got more than that. So that's why Darby's here. It's to be able to tell those stories that people from even our neighbors won't even know. You know?
Give the voice.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Because like as much as you can say ESPN doesn't highlight like our Canadian like players, I would say the biggest problem is within our own country itself. Like you said, like our neighbor might not know these stories, but like you know what I mean. Like Americans, you go to America, like they know all these stories about like Pulisic, all these American youth players going abroad and stuff like that. But the game still needs to grow within Canada for it to, like for other countries and around us to even like our neighbor USA to be like more like represent like respect us a bit more.
Exactly.
Especially now that like we finished top of the
we're the best team in CONCACAF. Don't even stutter that.
Facts,
we're the
bro.
best team in
Say with your chest, bro.
So you know what I mean? Like
we're those guys
like,
and girls, golden.
Yeah,
Facts.
like you said, like also I think it was Pulisic and I think it was Lozano who were doing on the ESPN like little thing for like the quad.
But also,
the World Cup.
also, shout out to
and they
Matt.
asked like who's the best team right now, and also like we are.
Yeah.
We are like
Obviously,
100%.
There's no question, and we're like
So-
we're not scared of any of them.
It's true. Like, and as much as like we're the best right now in like North America, like we still need to grow the football in Canada. Like we gotta hold on in the continent. Yes, we're like the best, but like within Canada, we still need to think of like we still need to be the best in Canada too, right?
Exactly.
Within Canada, let's start with these like smaller teams. Start with like the leagues. And start with all this stuff.
It's even at like a grassroots level, and that's kind of like one of the things that we're doing with Darby, where we have Ford City FC out in Windsor, and in Vancouver, we started this thing called Sunset Beach FC, where it's just like pickup soccer every week, and it brings people together. And like we started it last year, and it was like just me. I found this spot. I brought like these pug nets that like some homie donated to me. So I was like, yeah, I want to try and start this street football thing. And like this year now, we had Christian Gutierrez, Kyle Alexander from the Whitecaps, all of them coming because they're the homies, and they're like, oh, that looks sick. And like we have kids there that are like 16, 17. Imagine you're 16, 17 and a TFC player nowadays
I'd be
comes,
mad, bro.
That's actual ballers, and like that's what you need, because some of the kids that are coming now, they're ballers, and like
sure.
then they
100%, bro.
see that and they're like, oh, it's attainable, it's reachable.
Exactly.
They're able to
like I'm next to them. Like this is something I could attain. You know what I mean?
exactly,
Or like
it's-
you put one stick pass through them, or like you can like do a little trick around them.
Yeah.
Like, I can beat this guy. He's a professional. I can do the same. I'm better than him.
exactly, and it's like you see like you hear about like the Venice Beaches FC,
Yeah,
you
VBFC
hear
is
about
sick.
the Nowhere FC guys who are able to do that, and it's like that's what we're trying to do, be able to. Exactly, it's like, and that's why like with y'all, it's so sick. Like there's no one like the footy culture. Like there's no one like y'all
Respects,
out
bro.
here, doing what you guys do and pushing out the content like you guys are doing. Like they're and it's necessary. Like
For sure, bro.
And like the big
content here in Canada. Football here in Canada. It's such a small niche that we can grow it to be something so big. And it's not that it's not big. It is big here, but people don't see it.
exactly. You have to put the work in.
We want to just kind of like us in general, and we see it from you guys. We want to be the voice of it, kind of grow together. And if we grow, you guys grow, we all grow.
Yeah, we all prosper, bro.
I think at the end of the day, we all just want
Link up
football
play.
in Canada
Link
to
up
grow.
play.
Exactly,
fam.
bro.
The link up play has to be elite,
That
but
green link.
you know the vibes. So no, it's good, and it's like it's what's needed again, because like we were saying before, it's like it's all done with the right reasons, of just it's for the love of the game and for the love of the community. That's how things are gonna grow, because people can see, oh, they're just doing that because
There's money in it.
there's money in it. It's like, nah, like we're doing this because we love it, and it's
Facts.
like, and that's that people see that and people understand that, and it becomes more real. It becomes more of something that people want to get behind,
Yeah.
because they see that, oh, like these guys are doing it. You guys are going to like your vlogs when you guys go to the games. Those are fire because it's like, oh, you see that and it's like, oh, they're one of us. You know,
Exactly,
they're
bro.
just like us. They're going to the game. They're excited about that. You know, that's why with the photos we capture. That's why with the stories we do.
You want to show
We
the
don't-
emotion behind it, right? And like a
Exactly.
picture does show a lot.
Exactly.
Like,
Like we
picture
want
shows
like
everything.
we could give I could give a damn about like a player kicking a ball. You know, I always try and get those in between moments where like
Yeah.
a player's exhausted, a player's like just like
The celebration.
in it. Yeah, the celebrations, because that's what a little 10-year-old wants to see. Because then a little 10-year-old will go and try and be like a Kyle Laren's goal, or will try and celebrate like Fonzie. You know that, and
100%.
it makes it more realistic. You know.
100%. Even like with the way we work our stuff, like we're the footy culture. Like we definitely think like culture comes first. As much as you can turn on the TV tomorrow and make sure to watch like a derby match or watch like whoever plays, you know, your favorite team play. It's what you do outside of that. How do you live your life with soccer like every day? You know what I mean? Like I don't just wake up and watch footy and continue my day. Like we talk about it. We share stories.
Live it.
That's what you're doing.
Exactly.
You're sharing your stories through this magazine. You're sharing stories through photos, through Instagram, through all these publications. Like, and that's how we spread the word without in Canada. So like we're doing it. Like, you're doing it too. So like my question here is like, how did the name Darby come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, it's kind of pretty simple, honestly. Like my favorite, I love, like it goes back to like Everton and Liverpool. My dad, like I love like rivalries. I love a good Derby match, you know, and we spell it with the A because within Canada, it's like overseas it's called a Derby. It's not called a Derby.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
True.
But if we were like when I was like kind of fiddling around with the name with the E, I would show it to people and they'd be like a derby, like like with the races or whatever, like the horse derbies and what. I'm like, nah, it's a derby. Like, it's a, so I put the A on there as a derby because it's like Derby days. You know? Like,
You put the accent in there.
exactly like
That English accent into the name.
Derby.
exactly. And like when someone reads it, like they see it and it's like. What any football fan knows what a derby is.
Exactly.
Oh, 100%.
Whether
100%.
whether
As
it's,
much as you said you did put the A in there, but like I read it, I'm like a Derby, dude.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you know what a derby is. It's like for anybody. That's you get up for those games. You know,
Facts,
you,
bro.
like whether you're playing, whether you're a fan, like you know a derby is like Liverpool versus Everton, fam. I'm not talking to my dad that much. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not. I'll say I love you, like maybe depending on how the game goes. You know, and usually
if we
it's-
talk after the game or not.
you know, but like it's like with a derby, you know, and I just thought it was like a really fitting name, especially something that could grow within the country too, as you know, with the 416 or whatever you like to call it between TFC and Montreal. That's my favorite derby, honestly, because I go there, I can see it, I can feel it. As much as I like the Evertons, as much as you like the El
Experience
Clasicos, you
comes
know,
first.
you can. So it's like that's where the name Derby came from. Just kind of, it's the biggest I think soccer event you can have really that happens on a regular basis. And with the magazine, the Derby, it comes out on a regular basis, you know. So that's where the name really came from.
So we have the Darby Magazine behind us over here.
Yes, sir.
So we're curious, how do you start a magazine? How did that first start up? Like, how do you think about doing that and getting
Man.
like everything needed to get into that?
'Cause you definitely have like your boys, you have your content, you have the support you need, but then it comes down to the publication, the printing,
Yeah.
the articles. I know you didn't like the whole writing aspect of things. but
Yeah.
See.
Nah, like I don't like it at all. But like like in like of what's my favorite things to do when it comes to storytelling. Like,
Yeah.
I do enjoy like the process of it. But anyways, with a magazine, because I don't want people to be like, why am I gonna buy his magazine if you don't even like the writing? That's not it. Copy it, DarbyMagazine.com.
There you go.
But nah, it was sorry, what was the question?
Where did the process of the magazine come? Like how
Yeah.
did
Nah.
all the input, like you have all the support you need. Like,
Yeah, it starts with kind of, we come up every time with like a theme, and then you just kind of work from there, and then it's just reaching out to people that you think will work. And like with our most recent issue, I'll ship you one with a
yeah,
Tiba.
for sure.
It was just kind of reaching out to people and reaching out to ballers. And for the first ever one, we had Liam Fraser, who's my bro. Like I owe a lot to him because he kind of helped me you know, just
Get it started.
get started and get like with the players, some of the players. And I just literally DM'd Liam. I was like, yo, Liam, starting a magazine, trying to kind of build a culture. Would you be down? And that's how a lot of them happen.
Really,
With the
eh?
Tiba, it was a very similar thing. I reached out to a Connect who I knew, and I was like, yo, this is what we're doing. This is who we've done. And I think it would be dope to have Atiba. And actually,
Sick.
having Atiba wasn't even there. Ashen, Asher Morgan, he kind of messaged me. He's like, y'all, you like Atiba story needs to be told, you know. And like when someone who's played with him on national, when a player tells you that, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, no, we got to do this. So
Big deal.
that's how like stories happen, you know. It's just sometimes people will DM me, oh, this is super cool, this is super cool, and it's just sifting through what, you know, is gonna work, what's gonna work with the theme, and just going from there. And then printing is another thing. It's just we've now found a good printer that we're gonna be working with, even with flash printing, even before who's done our previous ones. But it's all just like a work in progress, and literally none of us have done this before, you know, like
Bro, it's a
everyone
learning
on our-
experience, bro.
yeah, it's all we're
learn
learning
as
as
you
we
do.
go, you know.
Yeah.
So it's been a process, and like it's never perfect, and it's never, hopefully one day it will be close to perfect, but you know, it's just been a process that's been, you know, trying to figure out what works with the theme that we're going with, and just going from there.
So I know you have a lot of like storytelling. Do you have like any other like ideas you want to come up with, like besides just like more?
Yeah, so we kind of with Darby, the thing was I always wanted to start with the magazine, because I wanted it to be something tangible, physical. Like I know a lot of people say print's dead, but like there's something about being able to hold
It's
you
different,
know, a
bro.
physical
It's
copy
different,
and
exactly.
flip through it, and as weird as it sounds, smell like the paper fresh.
I hear you, bro. I
And,
hear
you
you.
know, and like being able to do that, I thought would be like the best way in my brain when I was thinking of it to kind of start with Darby. And obviously we want to grow into doing more than just a magazine. We want to be a full-on football publication. So we recently just did a documentary with called the Fairy Side Derby, where we actually had the chance to with One Soccer, we had the chance to document kind of the first ever derby between Vancouver Whitecaps and Pacific. And we interviewed Pamadou Kaw, we interviewed Mark Dos Santos at the time when he was head coach. We interviewed Russell Tybert, Baldissimo,
Wow.
like a bunch of people. And so like now that's another element that we want to start getting into, doing video, doing YouTube, getting into YouTube, getting into doing more online media, and just really kind of showing our well-roundedness. But like the whole idea was, if we start with this magazine that people can hold and read through and actually see like how serious we are, and not be like, oh, it's, you know, because it's easy to start a blog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, like I've started many blogs, and I've been a part of groups who have started many blogs, but like this isn't easy, you know, doing a magazine. It's hard, you know, shipping it out. Literally, Darby HQ is Ryan's apartment in Toronto, you know, like
Footy culture HQ right here, bro.
exactly, like y'all know, like it's not easy to do stuff where you actually need to have the resources, the actual, you know. So that's kind of what it is. Long term, we want to be doing docs. We want to be doing
like what's the next step for you
videos.
guys?
We want to be doing. This. We want to have like a festival, you know, where like
Yeah, bro, dream big, bro.
yeah, like we want to be able to do something where it's like, yo, we have a tournament maybe, and then like we have people selling kits, we have people selling
sick.
boots.
Yeah, different
You know,
vendors
we
and
just
shit.
want to become like a literal cultural hub. So
That's amazing.
the magazine is a start. Now we're moving into the video side. We got the podcast going. That's going to be coming back, and it's literally just, you know, showing our well-roundedness, but also like the magazine. We knew we had to kind of, before we did anything else, we wanted to kind of establish ourselves as great storytellers.
For sure, bro.
And what's a better way than something you can literally hold that not many people are doing anymore.
No,
Yeah.
that's another
You
thing,
know?
exactly. Not a people, and that's something that's coming back too, that people really want to, you know, have something physical.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everything's digital, man.
Exactly, which is dope, but it's like it goes away, you know. Like my phone's busted right now, so I'm like hard. But like, you know, with a magazine, even if a page gets crinkled, you know, like it's still like different than a cracked screen.
Exactly.
You know, it holds like that different value, you know, and even like just giving it to people and being able to be like, yo, here, look at this, you know.
Exactly.
It's something else.
They'll feel like the hard work that's put into it.
Because even if you don't like football, you might like reading. You know,
storytelling.
here you go.
100%.
So-
So like, what's like what new like I guess like what's next? Like, what do you guys have in mind? Like, what do you guys have any projects you guys working on? Is there anything
Yeah,
like, you really
we're-
want to like, you know, like put like full force into it right now? Like, is there anything that you guys are like really?
Yeah, no, we're working on our next magazine, which is gonna come out hopefully in the fall. Don't hold me to that, but
Okay,
no, I'm
okay.
joking. It's gonna come out in the fall.
Say less.
Can't wait.
And it's gonna be like, it's funny. I listen to a lot of like interviews with like rappers and everything. And like, yo,
Yeah.
it's my best album yet. And like literally, and I used to hear that, like, yo, they say that with every album,
For
but like
real, bro.
literally, like with every magazine, it's literally like it's gonna be this one's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be really good. So we have that coming out. We just, like I'm saying, with the Sunset Beach and Ford City, kind of more community based stuff where like you're bringing community together. We really want to kind of bring that up, kind of figuring out for World Cup. We want to do some pop-ups. We want to do some
Nice.
I'm saying a lot right now, Ryan team, I'm sorry.
You heard it here first.
Put it all on Tagwa, bro.
Yeah, you know, if I speak, but I've already spoken, you know. The team's gonna be messing me when this comes out. Yo, you told everything.
It
Yeah,
is what it is.
I
bro.
need a chaperone, fam. I need a chaperone. But no, that's where we just really want to, like, the next steps is obviously going to do another magazine. But like I was saying, we want to do stuff that brings people together. Because the thing with the magazine, I'm going to flex a little bit, was we did 3 of these during a pandemic.
It's crazy,
We haven't
bro.
actually been able to bring people together, which is what we want to do. We want to be able to bring people together, bring people with a common goal. That why when we had our launch, it was so special, I found, because it was a room full of people with kits who love football, and we were just vibing. And
It
that's
was a vibe.
that's what
It
we're
was a vibe.
that's what we're trying to do. So with the Sunset Beach FC, Ford City, with the World Cup, we want to do some pop-ups. We want to do some watch parties. We want to do a lot where it's just bringing people together, you know. And then obviously in the new year, some more docs, some a bunch of stuff is in the works.
Going.
But
Don't say too
yeah,
much
fam.
now.
I'm trying not to say what these things are about, but all I'll say for the next mag is gonna be golden.
Sweet.
Say
Yeah,
less, bro.
fam.
Okay, so we got a little thing for you here. We got a little bit of pictures that you took in yourself from your Instagram account as well. I want to just put them up here, and then I want to see like how you felt like when you took them, like the emotion behind it, because I know you're like right there. You're like you're
Yeah.
feeling it. The crowd's cheering. Any like specific like feeling you're feeling, or like even the players like how they were feeling after
Why
the
did
game.
you choose that picture?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, why
Oh,
was this posted?
what was your mind behind it,
Yeah.
basically?
Gang, yeah.
About the whole
That's-
thing.
So the
Let's
first
go.
one I got here is our boy Alfonzi.
Shout out.
That one's one of my that
Young
one.
Fonzie. Then.
That's a young Fonzie. Like I've been
Vancouver
I've been
Fonzie,
out
bro.
here, fam. You know, like not a lot of people have those.
That we have to go in deep into the account to find that one.
Honestly, but nah, that one is like, again, like I was saying, it's just like a moment where like literally I knew like everyone kind of knew that Fonzie was gonna be a big deal. So
Yeah.
when he was here in BMO, and I think that was 2017, that photo.
Yep.
I just literally saw, like, when big players come, I usually will try and.
Get those.
So I wanted to get a moment where it's just like you could see like just him, not like obviously as a footballer, but still kind of like humanizing him as like, you know, you see that like he's not kicking a ball, he's not running, he's not like pace and power kind of thing. It's like
Yeah.
you see that and you're like, oh, he's just like going through the motions, he's focused.
Facts.
So yeah, no, that was my vibe, just trying to like humanize someone and also capture a moment of like.
Not many people
No one knew-
see.
And that was before like there were Bayern
Yeah.
rumors too, so it was just like
So
kind
you're
of.
the one that started it then.
Nah,
You
nah.
before.
Nah.
Oh, Bayern signed this guy.
Nah,
Oh, trust.
run the
Man's
money
had
up.
the inside details.
Run the money up.
The next one I got here is a little bit earlier into the whole area. as well.
Yo, that's my favorite. That's one of my favorite photos.
Yeah.
That was
What
the
was the
MLS
emotion
Cup,
behind that?
man. That one. So I saw a photographer, Don Charleon. He took something similar during a Crown League basketball. And I just remember I was like, yo, if I ever get the chance, I want to get like the confetti, but I want to get like you could still feel like the energy. You could
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like
Yeah.
the trophy. So that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to encapsulate like the entire feeling of it, like, because it would have been easier to focus in on the
One
players
player,
or
yeah.
For sure,
focus
bro.
in on Seba or focus in on someone like that. But I was like, I want to really be able to have someone see that and know exactly,
What it
you
felt
know, like so if you see that and you're a Toronto fan, you know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a Montreal fan, you hate what that is. Forever in our shadows,
Facts,
Montreal.
bro.
But yeah, shout
Maybe
out
not
to
this
Kamal
season,
though.
though.
That's the fam. But you know the vibes.
Nice. Next one here. I gotta,
That's the goat.
That's
the goat.
Again, it's like
Pristine.
I just try and get them in there in the moments, in like the in betweens of like, you know, it's I feel like most people when they try and capture them, it's her shooting a ball or which is so easy, but
Or celebrating
in the moment, you know, where like you can literally just appreciate like the greatness of what they are and who they are with the fans all in the background.
Even that look on that face too. Like,
exactly. Like it's like I was saying, she's the GOAT. So I was just trying to encapsulate and just get something where there was no distraction. It was just them,
Pure
just
emotion.
Cincy. Exactly.
You know, her
Locked in.
Yeah.
We got 2 more here. We got this one.
Dude.
We know this goal. We know this goal. We all know this goal.
Yeah,
What a goal.
that one, a few frames later, that's my favorite photo I've ever taken but this moment was absolutely, this entire moment,
How was it for you?
Yeah,
to
but
take
what was
this?
that like, man? That must have been different.
You're probably shaking too, trying to.
no, so the crazy thing is when I'm shooting these games, like sometimes like with moments and like other photographers can agree to this, but you don't realize like, you know, the magnitude of these things until a few days later. So like with that, I was geeked, you know, I was happy. I was like, yo, I can't believe this is happening. Like so many years I would like my American homies were like, who are y'all? You know, 34 years was a long time. That was 34 years in the making. Crazy, so like I was just snapping that, just extremely giddy, extremely hype, bro. And just like Liam is in there too again, like who's like, that's literally my boy. So it's that photo, that frame is special because I have a Kyle Laren photo from Ice Tech. I have a bunch of other photos that like are crazy, but like that sequence of photos is, you know, is like my favorite ever because 34 years, bro.
Just the magnitude, you know? Of it, bro.
And that kind of propelled us, you know. That's when people started to be like, oh,
okay, you know what?
Put some respect on our name, bro.
You know?
They're sneaky, they're dangerous, right?
You know,
so like what stops you from like celebrating? Because I know you.
No, I celebrate.
Like right after the pic's taken,
No, literally, I celebrate. So I'll if you like I always want to vlog when I shoot, but like it's just too much work.
Yeah.
But like I'm literally always chanting. I'm literally always singing. Like I know every single TFC chant. I know every single Whitecaps chant. I even know a few Montreal chants that I'll never sing publicly. But like I just love chant. So I'm always catching a vibe.
Just in the shower.
I'm there. Never, not even that. Maybe. Nah, I'm not even gonna say that.
In your dreams.
Nah. Bob Deuces maybe. It's I'm like you shoot it, and when I'm shooting it, I'm geeked, but also I'm like I gotta make sure it's focused. Literally, I put that down, and it's like. People don't usually sit beside me because it's like I'm either gonna, if the play's on the other side and I'm cheering, so like I grab someone, we get litty, we get litty on the sidelines, man. We celebrate.
And the last one here for you is the one and only.
That one was
different, bro.
This one,
like I said, 34 years, man.
Honestly, and again it was loud because like people, the first time we beat them, it was luck, but like again. Yeah, you know, and Hamilton, like what? Like what? Like come on. So and Richie at the front too, like and you can just feel the energy in that one. So
everyone, man.
Like it just right after, like Viking claps like are just so wild, man. And it's like the Viking claps are wild for these moments afterwards, you know. When they're doing the claps, I'm usually clapping with them because like those photos aren't really anything. But it's like the moments afterwards when the players actually show like how much it means to them, because you know when the players walk out, they don't do nothing to the fans. They're locked in. Even when they score, they'll celebrate with the team. But in those moments, you know, they're literally celebrating with everybody. And so those moments are crazy. And that moment right there in Hamilton was cold but amazing, amazing.
How did you feel when that goal from was Atakugbe?
Bro,
what a goal that was!
Sam,
easy, bro. That
whole sequence was crazy.
Sam is different, fam. Like that's my dog. And his celebration. Shout out to Bo. Dude. Shout out to Shot by Bo. He got the hardest photo of that celebration. I'm cheesed about that I didn't get it. I'm not rapid enough. Yeah, but just that whole kind of, you know, and that I feel like also that game also put Sam on the map, but that game was special too because it's just every single with the World Cup qualifier, every single game that we had something to prove. You know,
It literally felt like a book. Like there was always a next chapter. Like
Yeah.
every single game was like
maybe a
different.
photo book. I didn't say anything though.
Yeah, it was different, man. Like
Yeah.
everything, like was just like the next game, like okay, like this one was different than the last. We're getting better. We're getting better. You know, like now this game, like we showed everyone who we were. The next game, like we beat Mexico, like one of the best teams in the world. And here we're beating our head rival, let's say like U.S. at the time.
Darby.
You know what I mean?
Darby, bro.
Yeah.
Darby.
So like,
I have a question for y'all. Is international matches like that? Do you call those derbies or are they rivalry games?
rivalries, I would say, just because against like Argentina, Brazil,
That's not a derby.
it's a rivalry.
What would you say?
I'd say rivalry, but
I would say Derby is more city,
City.
local, more city based,
What
like
about you?
head to head.
I call everything a derby.
I don't know. It switches up for me. Like I'll say rivalry. I'll say derby. Like there's no like
It's
one.
intercha-
There's
it's
no one
interchangeable.
definitive one, right?
respect that.
Argentina Brazil is definitely a big one. Too.
Super
That can be a
classical.
derby, man.
I respect that. I respect that.
But no, it's true. Like I said, like every match for that qualifier was like different.
Mhm.
They literally
different,
had something to prove,
different.
man.
We're living like through history.
Is you can
Yeah,
tell
bro.
you can tell a story about every single game,
For real,
like
bro.
how we felt from the day before to how we were today, and how we're ready for the next matchup, and then right to the end, like the final chapter is like us in the World Cup.
Mhm.
Literally, like, for me, it was the Edmonton series, the Edmonton kind of set of games. That would for me was, they were the coldest games, and like I had the least amount of fun, like actual, because I was just so cold. But like, man, it was just crazy being there in Edmonton, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That like for me,
Who
that's like
thought?
so Canadian. Bringing Mexico to Edmonton, and then remember when like Mexico came, and because it was literally a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Bro.
And they tried to go to domes, and domes were like, oh, we have our U12s playing. We can't train here to the Mexican teams.
That's crazy, bro.
You know?
Declining the Mexican team like that, bro.
It's like,
Wow.
yeah, man,
For
we're-
some U10s, bro.
right? Alive,
For
bro.
some U10
That's
Timbit
crazy.
soccer.
Canadians come first, man.
So it was like moments like that is just like, okay, nah, like there's something happening. There's like a shift happening
There is.
here, and like
There
this entire series, like, and like you hear them in interviews, the players, it's like, nah, like they fear nobody, you
Yeah,
know?
man, they're confident,
like
bro.
and why should they? Like even with the World Cup, like
The
I'm a
best
little bit
attitude,
I'm putting a little bit more respect on Belgium and Croatia's name now, but like at first, like even still, it's like
Yeah.
I'm still not like, I don't think we're gonna
we
get
can
dummied.
still get some, we can.
I think we can still. I think we're making it out that group.
You think so?
Yeah.
Bro,
yeah.
footy's footy at the end of the day. Anything can happen. One error. and
Anything
we're
can
in it.
happen, bro.
We're gonna dummy Morocco.
Yeah, I say so.
Lukaku, Kamal is
Doesn't
gonna.
scare you.
Kamal is gonna get
Lock
in.
up, bro.
Kamal is going to set the tone. Or Daniel, remember what Daniel did to in Hamilton? What he did? No, in Edmonton to Lausanne. Was it that tackle?
I think it was Lozano.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Just
Yeah.
just put
need
put
that,
Just
though.
set the
put
record
Don
straight,
in,
bro.
Put Don in and set the tone.
Facts,
Steven
bro.
Estacchio is going to have KDB in his pocket, fam. I'm
You heard
telling
it here
you.
first, boys.
Like,
You
I'm
heard it
telling
here
you, I'm
first.
telling you, like, why should we be scared of them? You know,
At the end of the day, it's like you're the underdog.
we can respect them, but I'm not scared.
Yeah, you're the underdog, so like you're not looking behind, you're looking ahead. So like there's nothing to be scared of behind you. Just focus on what's ahead. And if you lose, you lose. But at least you put your whole power,
Yeah.
put everything in it.
Honest, fam. Like,
You know what I mean?
who know? Like Fonzie's running circles around everybody on that team. You know,
Jeez.
Sam is. I'm not worried. Batman Richie, really?
Facts, bro.
Hazard going past Richie? Are you dumb?
Never that, bro.
What? Like, I'm not worried about anything. I put more respect on Croatia because they beat France recently.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, surprisingly, these European teams are kind of looking a little.
It's weird
They're
though,
looking a little
On and
weak.
off.
Mhm.
because like
Looking
they
a little
tied to like some random teams, but but look at us. We also was it Honduras or where we lost, but like,
Yeah.
that pitch was
Bro.
atrocious.
Bro, it's garbage,
Oh,
bro.
You
Trish-
can't make a 2-foot pass.
That pitch was.
Bro, I've seen better pitches around here, bro. in the
Bro, oh
community.
my days, like it's. I don't know how that game happened, but no, I fear no one. They fear no one. I know they fear no one. Like,
Mhm.
when what's there to fear? We
best
go and we get
attitude
dumpy
to
to
have,
like,
man.
Yeah. Like, there's no big
It low-key was
expectations, bro.
expected.
Yeah.
like you know, and
Exactly.
2026 is when it's really gonna happen.
That's what I said.
Facts, bro.
Like, let this be like a nice little like get the toes wet a little bit, like you
Mhm.
said, and then just 2026 comes, you're home. Let's go for it. And the talent's gonna be great now. There might be players who are not even gonna be here available, but look, man, there's kids on the street who are training to want to be. I want to be there.
Fonzie's in his prime in
You know what I mean?
2026.
That's what we're saying. Like,
Sam is in his prime 2026. Like all these guys are gonna be in there still.
Joe
like
David, bro.
Our team right now is most of the core of it. They're young players.
Yeah, bro.
They're just getting into it now. And look at these players. They're playing a lot in Europe. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling
once
you,
they
like,
get in their prime, man, Joe David,
Maple Leaf
Fonzie.
Mafia, bro. The Canadian boys making some noise. Fam.
Telling you,
It's
man.
scary hours for everyone.
Who do you expect is gonna be the biggest player in the World Cup?
Sam.
Yeah.
Think Sam?
I think he's gonna
Sam?
pop off.
He's gonna light it up, bro.
Sam, I think Joe David is going to go crazy. That
I
was
hope
just
so, bro.
a moment
I
I just
hope
had
so.
now. I haven't thought of that, but like I think JD is gonna go crazy.
If he makes a move this summer, then starts popping off.
Yeah, if he wants to come to Everton, I'll take that.
You
but,
guys need a proper.
but we
striker
have
now.
no Europe, but he has no Europe with Lille. I don't think so.
Yeah, you're right.
Nah, but I think Jonathan David. I think Sam is gonna go crazy. Kamal is gonna go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Estacio is gonna literally like
Control the mid.
put a
tidy,
lot-
bro. He's
yeah,
He
tidy.
is tidy, man. He is.
Just
really
watching him play is next level. Because I remember when we first signed him, he was coming off that ACL and not
Yeah.
first signed him, but when he first committed to Canada,
Mhm.
he was coming back from that ACL injury. So like I didn't know anything about him, and not a lot of people, but like Mitch again, I call him Mr. Canada Soccer for a reason. He's like, no, trust me. Like there's Fonzie and there's JD, but like he's literally up there with them. And like you watch him now, and
Quality,
You need
bro.
to play like that to control a mid, start to play off. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
KDB in his pocket, KD Modric in his pocket.
So you're saying Canada makes it out of the group stage?
I'm saying
Where do they
that,
get
bro.
eliminated? At what round?
Shout out to Steak, bro. Put my money on that, bro.
There you go, bro. Shout out Steak, bro.
Use code for the culture.
Facts.
What culture.
But yeah, no, it's I think I think we make it out. Morocco does not scare me whatsoever, like at all. Belgium, I just think, and I think because it's like the first game of the group, I think for us
They might.
We have
They
something
might.
to
They might
prove.
go easy.
we have some, bro.
Yeah,
are
but
But we're gonna go in.
are you scared of Lukaku right now?
No, bro. Like hasn't played
Right
in-
now, bro?
Aside from KDB on that team, who genuinely scares y'all?
The only
That
thing,
backline doesn't.
No, the
Nah.
GK man, Courtois.
Yeah,
Something
bro.
else.
Courtois is nasty this season, bro.
Yeah, but we got Fonzie, we got JD, we got like
Laren.
all we need there is to like even if it's a 0-0, we duppy we give Morocco a nice 4-0, you know, and then we maybe beat Croatia or we get a tie from them in this goal differential.
Yeah, bro.
Cuz like literally who scares you on Croatia? I know
Modric,
Modric,
but like
that's
who else,
mostly,
right?
yeah, Modric he'll have that moment of brilliance, but hopefully Milan in his pants in Qatar.
Imagine, bro, 40-degree weather. Man's wearing the track pants.
No way he's wearing pants in 40-degree weather.
Imagine
Real
though.
different. Like, but again, I feel like we have more players. Obviously, Lukaku, we got to put some respect on him. But I still think like we have the same amount of players that like, you know,
We got talent.
deserve respect.
Mm-hmm.
Alphonso Davies is the best left back in the world.
Facts.
JD is a top 5
Top talent, bro.
striker but under 25 or whatever.
Yeah, facts.
Steven Estacio, like he's gonna show out. Like we have the talent. It's
Really do.
no one thought we were beating Mexico.
That's
Yeah.
true, bro.
No one thought we were beating America.
No one thought we were gonna finish first.
America beat Morocco recently.
Mm-hmm.
Which means we can beat Morocco.
Anything
Yeah,
can- anything can
America
happen, bro.
can't beat us. I said it. They can't. They won't beat us. But maybe once if we're resting our guys.
There
but-
you go. But no, it's true. Like at the end of the day, like I think from all the teams going into it, like in our group, we're definitely have the most excitement. You know, the fire behind us type
Mhm.
of thing. Because
Mhm.
you know, a team like Belgium and Croatia, not that like they always make it, but they always make these events,
And
right?
do
So
nothing.
they're not gonna go into like
And
oh,
do
we're gonna win the
nothing.
World Cup,
We're gonna be very underestimated.
I think
Yeah.
we're gonna really show them how it's done. They're gonna be surprised.
Canada has like that surprise factor to it. Like teams like haven't really played against them or like know how to play against them and like what kind of talent we have on the team. I feel like Canada's gonna surprise
And one
people,
thing
bro.
that most teams don't have is the culture, bro. Canada,
Bro.
what's the culture in that team?
Like you'll
With
see,
the
like
coach
for
and
example,
everything.
Belgium too. Like they have a quality side, but you don't see that relationship the players have with each other.
And
You'll
the
always
coach.
see- and the coach
Mhm.
too.
Nah, like the culture within this team is different because
you see it firsthand. So
It
how is
is.
it for you?
nah, the culture is different because they literally and it's what makes all like it's what makes it so special is literally just mandem, you know. It's just
Brothers.
Family,
it's
bro.
like growing. It's literally mans that grew up together playing football, kicking ball. Like they fear nobody. Like it's literally they these guys they know they're ballers and they have something to prove, you know. Like and it's literally like what you can get behind. And the beauty of this team is they look like what Canadians are, bro.
Facts,
look
bro.
look at Estacio. Look at Jonathan David. Look at like they're all people that look like us, you know. They're people that like a little kid from Scarborough can see, and some kid from Burlington can all like
Facts, bro.
it's you know it's people. It's a team that people can get behind, and like the energy is they're all ballers. They're certified ballers, and it's just like something that like it's there. I don't think there's a team like with this kind of energy, you know, where it's literally a brotherhood.
Facts.
You know, it's literally like they fear nobody. And that like I feel like that's why I like it's like literally like who is there to fear? Because they believe in themselves so much and they've proven it. Because before we had to be when the Hex to get into the Octo.
Yeah.
Remember that? Like we had to play like 18 games, something outrageous to get
Wild,
here.
bro.
Something
bro.
ridiculous to get here. And like through that entire time these guys have just believed no matter what, you know.
They knew they can do it.
Yeah, bro.
No matter what. And I remember I was in Detroit one time this winter, and I was just talking to mans, and they were talking to me about Josh Sargent over Jonathan David.
Nah, chill with that.
Stop
For real?
this, bro.
Norwich's Josh
Sargent, bro?
Sargent, fam.
Sergeant?
This, bro.
Bro, he had like that one like nice bicycle kick or whatever, and like
Yeah,
people were
it's
hyping
like,
up,
but
bro,
like these they like the Canadian boys, they thrive off stuff like that, where like people like Americans will say
Underestimate them.
this and that. Literally, like, bro, who is Serginho Dest? Honestly,
Ask the Barca fans
I
and
don't
Barca
know.
boys here.
he hasn't been that well for Barca, but
to Fonzie and Sam Adekugbe.
Oh, no.
yeah, it's different, bro. It's different.
Not even
Can't
close.
compare.
Like,
I'll
it's,
take them both at Barca any day of the week.
you know, yeah. I don't want to see them there either. We're gonna go Hello Madrid, but
Chill with that, bro.
Yeah,
All right, podcast is done.
shout out to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's my favorite player of all time. You know,
True,
so
true.
I had to sneak that in. I was waiting to sneak that in there too.
We'll
I
ask you.
knew-
We'll ask you a question we ask everyone at the end about Ronaldo later on.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
going back to that thing, like, and then you have a gaffer that just
Yeah.
puts it all together, and you know, not like controls him, but like he knows what to get from all the players. He knows
Yeah.
how to flourish it all together, how to put these pieces together, and he lets them legit express themselves.
Yeah.
Bro, and
Which a
Mans
lot
is
of coaches don't.
5'5", bro. But no, Herdman
Shout out to
is,
Short Kings, bro.
Herdman is he's a
From passion-
world class coach.
From the passion from all of, I see more passion from him than anyone. Like he's
Yeah, bro.
Bro, you see him on the sidelines,
crazy.
just like from moment zero to just like
bro.
crouching, yelling, everything. Like
And this guy looks fly, bro.
Man's be
Tech
dribbly
bro,
out there
everything,
too,
bro.
bro.
This guy's got the
Off-white
flyest
Yeah,
kick,
bro. I
Off-white,
seen that. I was
bro.
like,
Yo,
yo,
he's
I-
not playing that
Nah,
guy.
he's
out here, bro.
You need some more shots of him.
No, I be trying, but so the thing is, I got him in Hamilton one time, and he knows it too because I got a flick of him. I'm like, yo, your off whites are crazy.
He's like, don't post that. Don't post that.
nah, and he's like, yup, and he just like. But you like one of those ones where he checks you. He's like,
Yeah.
I already know.
Yeah, I know.
Say it's like
I know
say
my
no more.
sheet.
But no, Herdman like he literally can make anyone want to run through a brick wall.
Yeah.
And like the thing with Herdman is he did it with the women, you know,
bro.
before like taking them to bronze, you know.
Yeah, man.
And he's showing it now with the men's team too. That like he's literally like, I don't want him to leave ever. Because it's like I hope he stays with us in 2026, but if not, Carlo Ancelotti he'll pull up.
Yeah, bro. I seen that, bro.
But yeah, no, Herdman, just like the way that he talks, the way that he like understands the game,
Yeah.
and the way that he can like literally like command respect, and
Yeah.
like if someone isn't with like the way that the team or he believes in, he'll be like, nah, you're gone.
Mhm.
I think we should all know who we're talking about. I'm not gonna say the name, but like
Yeah.
it's with Herdman, he has his system, he has his beliefs, and he will make everyone believe it because like it's so true. Like everything that he does, you know, and he's the one that instilled that like unwavering belief. You know, I've been lucky enough to kind of hear some of those speeches, and I won't say it, but like he
You felt
like
the emotion.
bro, and I'm taking a picture, and I'm like, oh, these are going to be the hardest
I'm not even a
pictures.
player, man.
You know,
My
it's
beating's
like, yo, Herdman, I'm gonna send you these photos immediately. I promise. I'm running down the flank. You know,
Yo, Herman, bro, put me
like
in.
he's just different, you know, and it's a blessing that we have him because like literally, like I don't think we're here as soon as we are without Herdman.
I think we've definitely. We never thought this would happen. We're
By 2022, no way.
We're definitely at a over like what we expected. You know what I mean?
Overachieving for sure. Because even like back with Darby, it was like we always started it. I always in my mind in 2017, I was like 2026 World Cup. There was rumors that it might be in Canada, right? And I was like, that's what we're gonna work towards. And now it's 2022.
Now you're rushing. Oh, we gotta do something for this.
You know, and it's like. It's just crazy, and it's all because of like Herdman and the tactics and like the culture that he's instilled and everything. The sword that was like that's so like everything about it is just like he's a coach through and through off the pitch. Like the way he talks to the players, the way he talks to staff is crazy, man. Like it's just
amazing to hear. That's
like he treats everyone is equal. The same thing. Hi, I'm John. I know who you are. You know, like and like he'll see me. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, it's like you don't have to care, but like he'll
it's tough out here, man.
Guy, you know, he's a genuine guy, and he is dope.
Not many people like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you can and as a fan, like you can see that in the team and him, and it instills like passion to a fan like myself and to you guys, I assume as well, like. And that's how you get more people to watch and to look in and get entertained and start, you know, believing, start looking into soccer. You know, maybe, you know, my I was going to put my kid into basketball, but maybe I might put him into soccer.
Exactly.
Like he just gives off this energy where it's like, yo, I want to go to war for him. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like they fear no one. He started that, you know? Like he's the one that instilled like the belief of it. But before like even the tactics, it's always like, yo, we are like, they have to beat us.
Mentality first, bro.
Kind of mentality, and that's from John, you know. And like now everyone believes that. Like if you're like being in camp, I believe that. Where it's like that's why it's like, yo, who is Croatia to us? Who is Belgium to us? Obviously, I respect them, but that's like, I'm not gonna be scared of them.
Facts, bro.
You know, and that's something that like John instills. You know, even in press conferences, you know, it's different levels, man. It's different levels.
Just the start, man. This is just the start.
Is there any like moment that you like experienced like firsthand, or like any like someone told you like I don't know, like it was something like someone told you, or like in the moment that you felt was like, wow, like I'm so lucky to be here right now, or like, wow, like I can't believe I'm experiencing this moment?
Honestly, like I'd say the Ice Teco moment with Kyle Larin when he scored and and it was like when we beat and when like it was like, oh, okay, we're actually beating Mexico. And that moment was special too, because again, it just felt so literally Canadian, bro.
Yeah, bro.
There was a snowstorm before the game.
Yeah,
mad,
photographers,
we watched mad.
You saw the stands, like it was full of.
Bro, we had to dig our spots behind.
Nah, they gave y'all shovels, bro.
They gave us shovels.
That's crazy.
The photographers, we had to like it was like from everything, fam, and seeing like. It was hilarious during the training sessions, the Mexican supporters.
Yeah.
I mean the Mexican reporters, like literally we had a snowball fight with them, and they were like just geeked, you know. And it was like that moment too, right there, where it's like, yo, like I'm like growing up, we've been like throwing snowballs and like it's nothing, but like for them, they'd never done that, and I was like, yo, this is like culture. You know, and like we're sharing that culture with these guys. It's like tomorrow we're going to war against you, and like I'm not afraid of Jimenez. Who is he? But like right now, like we gonna throw this snowball together. I'm gonna throw it at Alex. I'm gonna throw it at Bo. Like we gonna like, and it's moments like that where it's like it's a pinch me moment, because it's like who would have thought I'd be in Edmonton shooting a football match against Mexico?
Crazy, bro.
That's crazy, bro.
Like that statement again, like. And I'm kind of bummed that Edmonton doesn't have any World Cup matches, but no, that for me, I feel like that moment, and then of course the 34 years Fonzie goal, those two, but like just kind of that whole experience in Edmonton was kind of like it was so cold. Like when I when I tell you it was
Jeez,
when
bro.
I tell you like
Oh
like I
my
did not
God.
I like it was my favorite moment, but I had no fun in those moments because I was just cold. But like now that you look back at it, you can actually think about how actually Canadian that is,
That's
bro.
Canada,
That's
right?
pinnacle,
I had
like
to
Canadian,
shovel.
bro.
Like a kid shoveling snow, like you know, like when
That's
your parents
wild,
like go
bro.
shovel the driveway, and you're like, I just want to, like, I don't want to do this, you know. And it was just like
That's
that's what it was.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah,
It's
that-
just the start, man. We have so much more coming, man. 2026 is be nasty, man.
That's gonna be crazy.
There'll be vibes here in Toronto and
That's gonna
everywhere.
be-
Bro,
it's
gonna
I
be
can't wait for that.
sick,
So
bro.
cities will be
Toronto,
buzzing.
Montreal.
No, Toronto, Vancouver.
Just two.
Toronto,
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
it's gonna
Wow.
be buzzing, bro.
Mhm.
It's gonna be buzzing.
Toronto
man,
and
so,
Vancouver.
we definitely gotta do shit for that too, man.
Bro, that's
That's gonna be huge.
That's
footy
gonna be
culture times
crazy,
Darby
bro.
2026. By that time, bro,
We'll
the
be in it.
studio will be bigger.
Jeez.
Might have a Darby store. Might have all of
Put
this
it into
stuff,
the
bro.
universe,
you
Dream
know?
big,
man.
bro. Dream big.
Put
You
it into the
know,
universe,
so-
man. For sure, for sure.
That's what we're gonna be doing. It's gonna be
Um,
crazy.
Quickly, I want to go back into like how did you like kind of get into start filming or like shooting for Canada and like for these MLS teams? Like, how did you get into? Did you contact them? Was them contacting you?
Yeah, what was that
Kind of like someone
Even like
in the middle,
like Copa 90, like how were those
yeah, Copa 90 and
experiences?
as well. Like, how
Yeah.
did you get into
Like
that
that.
type of a thing? And who was like the first person, like major, I guess you can say?
Yeah, no, I
you know,
think
then I brought it to you.
again it all I always have to shout him out, but Mitch Tierney, Mr. Canada Soccer, I call him. Let me a quick story on why I call him Mr. Canada Soccer.
for
He
it.
actually got one of the Canadian men's national team players way back in, I think it was 2016. Like literally, he wrote an article about this Canadian goalkeeper who was playing in Europe, and then literally that Canadian goalkeeper came out and was like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this article, and it was a Mitch
Jeez.
article.
Actually,
So that's why he's unless he's Mr. Canada Soccer.
out
He
to
does
Mr.
that,
Canada
bro.
Soccer.
shout out, bro.
But he was at Waking the Red, like I was saying, and he kind of just gave me my first shout, you know, and he gave me that. My first season was a 2017 TFC season where we won it all.
Crazy, bro.
so-
Good start.
Yeah, I was blessed in that regard. Whereas like this kind of there was already so much hype around the team. Seba, Josie, you know, like
Crazy, bro.
Vasquez.
Mhm.
was nice. Bro.
Like-
Underrated.
So I just kind of started shooting with Waking the Red and here and there, and then I was always a fan of Copa because of Poet and Vooge back in the
Bro,
day.
those guys are
More in my
elite,
world,
bro.
Yeah.
Start crying, man.
Honestly,
Those are the
yo,
days.
come
Those are the
back,
days,
please.
bro. And then they got canceled.
Yeah,
Oh,
fam.
man.
Yeah,
Tough.
I'm with Poet all the time. Not like like I stand with Poet.
All
But yeah. So then I just kind of one time through a homie called Matt Stith. He did a lot of work. He's also a photographer out of New York. I was like, yo, how do I do that? And I just he put me on, and that's how a lot of these things happen. You know, it's just connections,
people you know.
and I with MLS, for the longest time, like in 2017, they would like DM me, and I'd be geeked over that, and like they repost
Jeez.
photos, and then just after that, I would just keep like working, keep shooting, and then
Grew
just
that
started
relationship.
just growing that relationship, and it's just like trying to be nice with everybody I can be,
Yeah,
and just
bro.
being
Yeah.
respectful
Yeah,
with
yeah.
everybody. And with Canada is similar, just like being there always, you know, like with this camp, I didn't miss the only game I missed was a Panama game, and it was because my homie not lied to me, but
What?
he messed up the dates. He was moving to Vancouver. He told me he was moving on the day that the Panama game was,
Nah.
but he wasn't moving until the next day, so I could have came
Nah.
up. Yeah, fam.
That's
And that was
tough.
when Fonzie scored the goal on the sideline. Yeah, I literally have every other iconic like Fonzie Canada home moment,
Yeah.
but that one.
Shit, bro.
Taylor, I hate you. I love you. He's watching my plans right now in Vancouver, so I can't him and Bo, so I can't really be mad at them. But yeah, no, it's just all it's just been through kind of, you know, working hard and just
Staying dedicated.
exactly just
motivated.
enjoying it and just kind of trusting it and hoping that one day it'll be there. And now I'm blessed to like be able to shoot with Canada Soccer all the time, be able to shoot for MLS, be able to shoot for
Sick, man.
like all these
amazing.
outlets and everything. And yeah, no, it's just like if I can keep doing that and then now bring other people who look like me especially,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I want to be doing now, being able to bring other people of color into
Yeah.
it. Because when I started, Matt Stith, who helped me get with Copa 90, he's also a black shooter, and it helped me a lot when I was just getting my feet wet. So if I can do that for someone
Of
else,
course, man. Grow the culture.
that's what I want to do. So that's kind of how I got into Shooting Canada, just kind of grinding it out, kind of trying to be at every single big game. That's why even while I'm out here right now, I was trying to shoot in Senior, but this man's not trying to play.
Man decided to get injured, bro. Ruin everyone's plans.
But it's just being there and trying to be available, and it's like with everything, if you want to kind of be at those top levels of whatever you have to do, you have to
Put in the work.
I was shooting Ryerson Ram games, and I missed the Skepta concert, his concert in Toronto, because I shot a Ryerson Rams women's soccer game.
Dedication right there.
Bro.
So it's like just like doing stuff like that is kind of
Maybe if you went to that Skepta concert, you wouldn't be here, man.
I'm cheesing myself all the time. I saw Skepta like
It was sick, huh?
I saw Skepta in Montreal recently, and it was terrible.
Yeah?
He had no energy.
Really? It was dead.
It's Montreal.
Yeah. Forever in our shadows.
yeah.
Lo, Montreal. That's for you, Jisoo and Kessia.
There you go.
But yeah, like 5 years since your big start,
Mhm.
obviously everything takes time, right? So like
Everything.
5 years from now, like you don't know where you're gonna see yourself. You're gonna be like touching the moon, touching the stars. Like you obviously want to see progression. So like honestly, congrats to you. Like
Yeah, man. Congrats,
Thank
bro.
you,
we
fam.
love
You've
it. We
been
love
through a
seeing
lot,
it.
man.
The photos are always clean.
Thank you,
bro.
fam.
It's good to hear, like a story, and you don't really know what someone's been through until you hear their story. type of thing.
Mhm.
And that's another a thing that you get from, your magazine's Darby. You don't realize, Hutchinson and these players, other players.
Exactly.
You see the face. You
Yeah,
see
like
what
the
they
Enter
do.
brothers. I don't think
Exactly.
like respect to, but like I don't think their stories really coming out there, and that's what we're here to do, being able to like tell those stories, so that's
Realize
just what
the
we're trying to
person
do.
behind the face.
Mhm.
That's true.
Exactly.
So before we end off here, we have always that one question at the end of the podcast, and I think you've already kind of told your your take already.
Yeah, we kind of heard it already.
But
Cristiano.
who's your GOAT? Like GOAT overall?
Cristiano,
Sinclair.
Messi,
Sinclair.
I love
Sinclair. I'm gonna do that for the culture, but
Hey.
between the two of them, I'm gonna do Ronaldo, because and my reason being for Ronaldo is Messi, like is just I feel like he's just a natural,
Yeah, he is.
Whereas Cristiano, you see him always putting in that work, and I'm sure Messi does too.
Yeah.
But like you see Cristiano in the gym, you see Cristiano with his son, you see, and like also not even just that, but the versatility wise on the pitch, you can put Cristiano defending a corner. You can't put Messi defending a corner. You can
short.
put you can but like you can Messi running down the line, Cristiano running. I'm taking Ronaldo. So I just think Ronaldo is more versatile than Messi.
He's a complete forward.
And mine is like aside from this year with United, but as they were in the mud, he wins everywhere he goes.
And he still did
Even
good.
with United, he still played a really good season.
Yeah, he
at
still
his
scored
age.
mad
At his
goals,
age.
right? He's almost.
What did Messi do this season?
Chill, bro. Getting ready for the World Cup.
Yeah, bro.
Man, he would like
he's taking vacation in
Yeah,
Paris,
he's taking a
man.
vacation, bro.
like see like Ronaldo's like, I'm not trying to be on United, and that's a big thing because he's got ambition. He's not. Messi's happy in PSG to ride the coattails of Mbappe. If
Maybe.
so
Maybe.
like it's I don't know. It's
fine, yeah.
different, but
One more thing. We know you're an Everton fan.
yes,
And
sir.
they lost their man Ray Charlison.
You
What
did.
I had to bring it up. What are your thoughts on that? And what are your thoughts on
The season.
Coming
the
season.
coming season? What do you think Everton's gonna do? How do you think they're gonna do?
Fam, honestly, I just hope we don't get relegated.
Jeez.
Like, hopefully, like, there's still time in the summer transfer window, but literally everyone that we get attached to goes somewhere else. So I think DeMar Gray, I need him to have a big season because
Yeah.
he kind of had a coming out party last season and
Yeah.
he fell off a little bit because he got injured.
Yeah.
DCL was also injured quite a bit, but he's
He has
a
to come
player
back.
that relies on proper distribution. And Anthony Gordon, I think,
He's a
you know,
baller.
he's a baller.
Yeah.
He just needs to final third, getting that ball
Yeah,
into
yeah.
to DCL
Mhm.
is what needs to happen. But yeah, if we could get JD, but I don't think we can. Like if we can get anybody really, like I was hoping Kyle Larian,
Imagine. That'd be crazy.
He's teaming up with the other Canadian.
with Tajon. Yeah, but yeah, no, I feel like if
we haven't heard any rumors of anyone going to Everton.
Yeah, you don't
So,
ever.
like,
That's it. We got Tarakowski or whatever his name is. but
Tarkowski, yeah.
He's like I looked. I thought he was young. He's like 30.
Nah, bro.
So
he's up there, bro. He's up there.
Yeah.
in age.
So it's like, I mean, 30 is still young, but like I'd rather get him at like 26, 28 or like, you know, but no, I think Everton, like
Mid-table?
if I'm like I'm ecstatic if we're a top 10.
Yeah.
I'll be ecstatic
That's
if we're
good.
top 10, but I just really want us to make us out of this. Get out of this. Let Frank have a full season. Show what he can do. If he can get Conor Gallagher or even
He's a
Billy
baller,
Gilmore,
bro.
That'd be a big
because
signing,
that's
bro.
the one
guys
thing.
those guys are ballers.
That's the one thing we can kind of pull some of those guys because we have that Lampard.
Mhm.
So
You
Even
trust
get-
Lampard?
yeah, I trust Lampard. He got us out of relegation, and people are like, "Yo, he didn't." I'm like, "Yo, we had literally a snake running our club.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, we had the we. I'm not even gonna name him, like, but and
You're getting emotional.
bro, like literally, like I was saying, fam. When we May 19, when we escaped relegation, I cried, fam.
That's
I
passion,
genuinely
man.
That's passion.
cried.
Football
That's
does that,
culture.
bro.
But yeah,
culture.
so as I don't want to have to feel that way again. But like, yeah, if we can just not get relegated, because literally you see Leeds, you see Newcastle,
Starting to get some
you
players,
see
yeah.
Villa who are keeping their players
Yeah,
at
bro.
least, you know, whereas
Yeah.
we're losing our players.
Not getting anyone.
So, and those are like 2 years ago, we were ahead of those guys by
Yeah,
facts,
miles,
bro.
leaps and bounds.
Everton were a good team.
So-
Yeah.
Exactly.
The Copite, the Snake, Rafa Benitez.
That guy too,
Yeah, I
man.
pray he like never gets a job ever again. Bro. I pray his favorite cereal gets discontinued. I pray like everything, bro.
This guy.
I got nothing nice to say for him.
Oh,
Who you got winning the Prem though?
I was gonna say that. Who's winning the Prem? for
Man
you?
City, bro.
City. Yeah.
Holland
it's
and
too much.
KDB.
You gotta be stamped on for City to win. Bro.
Yeah, and I can't say Liverpool.
True.
Like,
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
good.
enough, bro.
Like I can't say it. Like, but like, and it's,
Liverpool second though.
yeah, they can be the first place losers again. Like if you think of it, like what did they win this
They
year?
don't win
Aside
anything,
from
fam.
they won like FA Cup or Carabao.
Yeah,
FA
Carabao
and
Cup, FA Cup.
and they take that to the grave, bro. I'm like, come on, man.
Bro, they had a parade for it, bro. I was like,
Yeah, I'm like, come on, fam. If it's not the Prem, if it's not Champions League,
Facts,
What are
really,
you winning, man?
who are you? Who are like? Look at what City's doing. So
City for sure. Yeah,
first place
Haaland,
losers,
man.
Champions League. First place losers in the Prem.
jeez.
Wednesday, May 19th. I felt like I won the league over Liverpool.
That's real, bro. That's
The
real.
fans showed it too, man. Those guys were invading the pitch like it was
Yeah, bro.
the title win.
I am surprised I didn't get a noise complaint that day.
But yeah, if last couple of words you want to shout at anyone, up to you. Let us know
Yeah.
what you guys are working on next, and yeah, let us know.
Nah, just first of all, thank y'all for having me out
Thanks
here.
for coming
Thanks
on,
for
bro.
coming.
Shout out to y'all. This is like I was saying, the culture. This is what we need to be doing. The
Yes,
culture,
sir.
the community.
We all
Yes,
grow
sir.
together. That's the only way you can do it, man.
Exactly. So thank you for having me. Shout out Darby Mag. Shout out the whole fam.
Shout
Darby
out, shout
Magazine
out.
on Twitter. Darby Mag on IG. And we got a lot of stuff coming. This year we got another mag. We got events. We got
World Cup around the corner.
we got things coming out that yeah we got things coming out that are gonna be good, you know, and it's storytelling. So
Mhm.
again, yeah, just thank you for having me,
For sure, bro.
and let's just keep pushing the culture together, you
Yes,
know.
sir.
I
Yes,
need
sir.
you guys all back. All of you guys, all the Darby guys. here.
Honestly,
Little pickup session too. So
Yeah, I want to see how
man.
good you
I
are.
want to see
in
that
actual
striker
play,
in
bro.
action, bro.
I'm a keeper though. I'm an actual like I'm
Yeah?
yeah no that's
Can't
like
see my shots.
I'll bro. If you take
I'm Ronaldo.
if you take I guarantee out of 10 even PKs I'll save at least 2 year PKs.
Yeah. Eh?
2-3 PKs. I'll save them.
You heard it here, eh?
This guy's nice.
Nice
like
18
that, huh?
18 yard box, I'll give you maybe a goal.
Jeez. Okay.
Jeez.
Yo, you heard it here first.
I'll give you maybe
When
a
we-
goal.
when we
Who-
do a video?
where'd you play growing up? You play on Woodbridge? You
around
play
here.
Vaughan? No,
Vaughan.
but
Vaughan.
competitive. OYSL?
I don't remember what we played.
No, it Woodstars. It was an academy.
We
based
played in
football.
academy as well. We played all. I played in
Oh wait, what? You play World
Windstars.
Wins? Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
we used to play
Windstars.
there
I know
too.
Windstars. Okay.
Good old days, man. Yeah.
No,
You know.
but yeah, you're not scoring on
We
me.
still balling. Okay.
Already, Matt.
We got a Darby right here.
You got a Darby.
Rivalry.
You gotta back yourself, regardless.
Facts,
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 bro.
facts.
All right,
Yeah,
boys.
man. Shout out again for you coming, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out Darby again. Make sure to follow them on all their social medias,
Mm-hmm.
bro. You guys got a lot coming up, and bro, we gotta keep on doing this.
For sure, bro.
It's all about culture, growing the culture, growing Canada, growing footy in Canada, and there's only one way to do it together, right?
Facts, bro.
So end it off, Matt.
Yeah, man, boys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. You know who we are.
Be the culture, baby.
Be the culture, man.
baby.
And with that, we out.
Later,
Peace.
boys. Ciao.
Juices.
Yerp.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.